Welcome back, everyone. Hey, last week I got a message on Instagram from a person that had purchased this course and said, can you do a lecture over chest x-rays as related to the NBRC exam? And I thought, well, that's a fantastic idea. I should have thought of that myself. So here it is. So we're going to talk about chest x-rays for diseases and disorders that the NBRC credentialing exam like to test on. Now, I'm not teaching the disease process. This is a drilled down version of what you need to know about the x-rays, okay? So let's start with normal. All right, so a normal PA and lateral. Let's start there. Standard chest x-rays would be the PA and lateral position. And we forget that because we're in the ICU all the time and a lot of what we're seeing are AP films. But you gotta remember, chest x-rays are done in doctor's office, in minor emergency clinics, all of those places like that. So standard radiography is a PA, excuse me, a PA and a lateral. And then when you look at the x-ray, you don't start looking for things wrong in the lung. You want to assess the quality of the film. And to do that, you need to think RIP. R stands for rotation, I stands for inspiration, and P stands for penetration of the x-ray. So let's just start with rotation. On a normal film, a normally positioned patient on a normal film, their spine should be between their clavicles. And so if you look on this, you can see where the spine is, and you can see it's right between the clavicles. Here's why you need to check for rotation. If we have a person that for whatever reason, an AP film, PA film, that's rotated a little bit, that chest x-ray is going to, the shot is going to be through the shoulder, and this shoulder will cause a shadow on the right upper lobe. And you may misinterpret that shadow as some kind of atelectasis or some kind of level of consolidation. So first thing you want to check on is the positioning. Check for rotation. The second thing, inspiration. Most x-rays, chest x-rays, should be taken at full inspiration. And you know it's a full inspiration if you can see between 9 and 11 ribs. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there's 10 right above that clavicle. So this is an inspiratory film. The reason that is important is if you don't see at least 9 ribs above the diaphragm, the problem there is that the chest x-ray doesn't have as much volume in the lungs and therefore is going to look more white and structures are going to look larger. So inspiration is what we want the films to be on. There should be between 9 to 11 ribs on inspiration. And then penetration, we're talking about how well those chest x-rays penetrate through the body onto the film. And so the actual technical term for that is exposure, okay? We're wanting to see how well exposed the x-ray is. So if we're talking about a good exposure, we should see the spinal processes behind the heart. So when we come down here, I should be able to see the vertebra and hopefully the spinal processes. If I can't, it's one of two things. If it is underexposed, I may not even be able to see the vertebra behind the heart, okay? Underexposed means that everything's going to look more white than it really is. The opposite of that is overexposed. If it's overexposed, that means that x-ray was set so strong that it penetrated the film and everything looks black, more black than what it normally would be, okay? Sometimes they call that x-ray burned out. So if you see a film that looks really black, you really can see those vertebral processes, but it looks more black than what it normally should, that is overexposed, okay? So think about RIP before you start looking inside the lungs for what might be wrong.